So Michigan's hitting the weights and working out as I believe, I'm guessing school enrollment. Yeah, we're already in the first week of February. So that was a week or two ago. So everybody's in class and going through winter workouts, and we're roughly 5 to 6 weeks away from spring practice. I would think that usually starts mid-March. So we will take it from there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one for Michigan fans, I think. Obviously you have, like I talked about, all this momentum coming back. The one thing I did want to talk about though, Mark, is all this stuff about Jim Harbaugh. There's, now he comes back. It's this whole thing, right? What happens if Michigan does not have a fantastic season? Then Jim Harbaugh is really getting ripped, right? I have to think that it's this whole thing of, oh, you put on this whole show. This was this big deal for you to come back, only to go 9-3, right?
Yeah, I'm right there with you that I think the schedule is such that it's going to be impossible for them not to have a reasonably good record. But yeah, if it from a record standpoint is okay, let's say 9-3, but they're clearly not continuing the success that they had last year. They lose to anybody significant on the schedule and they go 9-3 and it's a step back. Yeah, but I guess when you really look at it and think about it, at a place like Michigan and the other schools we could name on 1 to 2 hands, that's kind of the year-to-year pressure in a sense. But yeah, there's going to be a question if the wins are going to solve everything.
Right.
The wins, if they duplicate what they did this past year and they win the Big Ten championship, let's just call that the bar. We won't go through a bunch of college playoff scenarios. Just the Bars win the Big Ten championship, let's say, and they accomplish that again, then this is long in the rearview mirror. This is forgotten.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally, totally. And honestly, I think even let's say Michigan goes 10-1 into Columbus and loses in a solid game at least. They don't get their ass handed to them. I still think most people are going to be like, all right, this team, this program is in a position that they're going to be contending for championships year in and year out. I think the only problem you're going to run into is if they do go 9-3 and get, butt kicked by a few of those teams and they're not in it by the last week of the year, that's when people are going to be like, oh, all this for nothing, type of deal.
Yep. And so we've got a good 7 months to ponder that and then see it play out.
Way too long. We'll be here all off season for sure. But man, we did just get a huge winter storm here in Ann Arbor, so it does not feel like football season. It feels like the end of football season, but it doesn't feel like we're quite to spring practice or summer camps yet.
Yeah, many of us have been in a deep freeze for quite some time, and can't wait for that to be over. So hopefully sooner rather than later.